And now we have another special category which is called Best, hey, you already made this movie 10 times in a row. This prize goes to the Saw franchise and the Fast and Furious franchise. Congratulations, you've made 10 movies in these incredibly different franchises. You both came out the same year. That's quite incredible at the end of the day.
You wanna play a little game?
No! God, please, no! No!
Welcome back to Torn Apart, and today we're doing something quite special, as you can tell just by looking at my outfit and just by looking at my perfectly shaved head. Look how beautiful I am today. Every single year here on Torn Apart, I come on this channel to give you a different perspective on all of the different best things of 2023. I did it last year and I did it the year before, and it keeps getting better.
You son of a bitch! I'm in!
As usual, I have a lot of fun categories that of course they're not represented at the Oscars, and I've got all my nominations and prizes on these little pieces of paper because, as every single year, the budget for this channel is incredibly small. In fact, I'm not even wearing a lower part of this suit. I'm wearing track pants and socks, and I'm not gonna show it to you because it looks ridiculous. But as I was saying, the nominees for Best Actor of 2023 are Joaquin Phoenix in Beau is Afraid, Jay Baruchel in Blackberry, Pierre Ninet in Le Livre des Solutions, Enzo Vogrinic Roldan in Society of the Snow, Barry Keoghan in Saltburn, Nicolas Cage in Dream Scenario, and Mark Ruffalo in Poor Things. And the award goes to Enzo Vogrinic Roldan for Society of the Snow. Congratulations!
Tienes que comer, mamá. No está bien, Pancho.
Honestly, Society of the Snow is one of those movies that came out at the very end of the year. It came out on Netflix as well, so a lot of people thought that it was just gonna be a cheap, weird, either blockbuster movie or horror movie, and not kind of like a thought-provoking documentary, which is exactly what happened in the end of the day. It's directed by Bayona as well, and Enzo's performance is without a doubt grounding the entire movie, the entire story to the ground and bringing it to new levels of greatness. And now, instead of going straight away into the Best Actress performance, I'm gonna go into some special mentions because I kind of mix up TV and cinema on this video here because I like to talk about TV performances as well, and I really don't understand why they're separated when it comes to all of the different award ceremonies. So here I am giving my first special mention, which is gonna be going to Ali Wong and Steven Yeun for the performances in the TV show Beef.
There's many things I wish I didn't do.
They were both incredibly amazing. I honestly didn't expect this from Ali Wong, mostly because she's known for more comedic roles, and Steven Yeun already knew that he was good. I just didn't know that it could be this good. Congratulations to both of you. And the next special mention is quite weird when you think about it, because it's going to Rachel Weisz, who was playing Elliot and Ellie in the TV series Dead Ringers, a TV show that absolutely nobody watched. I had an incredible good time and I really recommend it. It's probably the first time in a really long time that they managed to remake a cult classic movie into something completely incredible and even more relevant today. And it's always quite weird when you have an actress or an actor playing twins on a TV show or a movie. It can either be an incredible performance or it can be kind of boring to look at, but this was not the case. And since we're talking about actresses, why don't we jump into the Best Actress category for this year? Am I right? And the nominees are
I'm just kidding. Anywhere else I'd be today. Is it my destiny?
You shut up! You shut up! Shut up!
Alyssa Sutherland for Evil Dead Rise, Margaret Qualley in Stars at Noon, Teyana Taylor in 1001, Annette Bening in Naiad, Lily Gladstone in Killers of the Flower Moon, Kelly Spaney in Priscilla, and Emma Stone in Poor Things. And the winner is Emma Stone in Poor Things. Congratulations!
Wedderburn became much weepy and sweary when he discovered my whoring. I generally charged 30 francs.
Well, that seems low.
This was honestly quite hard to choose at the end of the day. We had a lot of incredible performances, and when I'm judging performances in movies and TV shows, I'm always asking myself the question, is the TV show / movie working only because of the performance? And the answer was yes when it comes to Poor Things. The movie Poor Things would not be as good, would not work so well if it wasn't for Emma Stone's performance, which grounds it to a certain level of reality and emotion as well. And now we're talking about something quite incredible, because this is an award which is called the coolest character of the year. Don't you wonder sometimes why we don't have an award for characters, whether they are animated or whether they are live action, just because of the importance that they had and how they defined the year for us in our hearts? We keep talking about them, and sometimes they're more part of our lives than real people. So this award is to you, fictional characters. So the nominees for coolest character of the year are Hubie Brown, aka Spider-Punk in Across the Spider-Verse, Donnie Yen in John Wick 4. I'm sorry, I don't remember the name of the character, but you know what I mean, right? We've got Nimona in her movie Nimona. We've got Mizu in Blue Eye Samurai. We've got Ken in Barbie, and we also have Loki from the season 2 of Loki. But this is a god level of Loki that is almost an amount of love that is insurmountable at this point. But he's not the winner of this year. The winner actually is Mizu in the series Blue Eye Samurai.
Get in or die now.
I feel like there are so many samurai shows and movies out there, but we don't really have that kind of representation for women samurai, mostly because historically speaking they're probably really hard to find, and also because they're not the kind of shows that are put out there and that grab the attention of the people, mostly because, well, samurai culture is kind of like very male based at the end of the day, and Mizu kind of like redefined that definition. Incredible performance, incredible character that no one will ever forget. And now we're celebrating something a bit more technical, because of course we need to celebrate not only the abstract things like performances, but also the technical stuff that make the movies the way that we love them. We're talking about the best cinematography of the year, and the nominees are Boys Afraid, thanks to Paweł Pogorelski. We've got Skinamarink, thanks to Jamie McRae. We've got Barbie, thanks to Rodrigo Prieto. We've got El Conde with Edward Lachman, Poor Things with Robbie Ryan, Saltburn with Linus Sandgren, Priscilla with Philippe Lesourd, and Society of the Snow with Pedro Luque. And the winner is Robbie Ryan for Poor Things. Congratulations! This movie looks fantastic. And I was having a hard time deciding who to give this award to. If you look at Society of the Snow, for example, it's without a doubt an incredible technical achievement. And honestly, I was really having a hard time seeing the difference in between special effects, what was real and what was not in that movie. But Poor Things is just mind-blowing. You just sit there and you feel like you're being transported in a completely different universe. Of course, the things that makes the cinematography of Poor Things incredible is also the production design and the special effects. So this award goes to those people as well, to the entire cast and crew. At the end of the day, it's an incredible looking movie. And now we're going with something quite peculiar once again, and this is a category called the Best Cameo Appearance of the Year. And the nominees are Jeff Goldblum as the alien in Asteroid City, John Cena as a merman in the movie Barbie, Nicolas Cage as Superman in The Flash, Bradley Cooper as Merliman in Dungeons & Dragons Honor Among Thieves, and our favorite YouTuber MatPat in the movie Five Nights at Freddy's. And the winner is Bradley Cooper. Congratulations.
Olga.
Hello, Merliman.
That's Merliman.
Oh, yeah. We were all a little surprised the first time we met him.
When it comes to these awards, which are kind of jokes at the end of the day, I'm mostly looking for cameos which are not only fun, but they're actually bringing something to the movie itself, and they're memorable. And Bradley Cooper is an incredibly tiny person dating a giant-looking Michelle Rodriguez. That is something that we'll never forget. Now we're gonna be heading into a different category, which is a little bit more serious, of course. We are talking about the best animated features of the year.
This is so exciting! Here it comes! Pipe down!
We got quite a lot of incredible animated movies this year, and for the first time, maybe ever, it's not mostly coming from Pixar or Disney. So let's have a look at the nominees. The nominees for Best Animated Feature of this year are the Super Mario Bros. Movie, Suzume, Across the Spider-Verse, Mars Express, Nimona, Interdit aux chiens et aux Italiens, and The Boy and the Heron. And the award goes to Across the Spider-Verse, of course, because it was once again an incredible accomplishment when it comes to its animation style, and also the fact that it actually managed to outbest itself.
Can't stop me now!
You can't run forever, kid!
I can't lose one more friend.
Isn't what we talked about!
Because Into the Spider-Verse was already incredible, and we did not expect Across the Spider-Verse to be this good. When it comes to its pacing, the introduction of new characters as well, and how it deals with character development, and it's not just an action-packed movie. It's a lot of different things. Of course, a lot of people have criticized the fact that this is just part one of a two-part journey, which you couldn't tell really about Into the Spider-Verse, which was more standalone. But at the end of the day, if you compare and contrast all of these movies, Across the Spider-Verse is still gonna make history a tiny bit more, in my opinion. But anyways, let's go into something fun as well, which is something that I do every single year because I feel like we need to recognize when we're being creepy, we're being cringy, just as a human race, you know? Of course, let's stay within the Hollywood/filmmaking industry. So the next category is called the most cringy moments of the year. And the nominees are Kim Kardashian getting cast in American Horror Story. We've got Harry Potter and Twilight getting rebooted as a series, the entire behind the scenes story of The Idol, and of course, Luc Besson, Woody Allen, and Roman Polanski all being present at this year's edition of the Mostra de Venise, which I call the sexual assault edition because it's quite special, right? And of course the award goes to the three incredibly cringy and creepy looking men. Honestly, I'm still ashamed as a guy myself that we keep enabling this kind of people to be part of the news stories as well. It kind of sucks at the end of the day, and I didn't want to make you forget about it. But anyways, we're talking about something quite fun once again, and this is something that I think is definitely underappreciated at the Oscars, but also across all of the different award ceremonies that are present across the world. I'm talking about best poster design of the year. We did worst posters on another video that I did a couple of months ago, and now we're doing the best of the best. So the best movie posters of this year are Asteroid City, They Cloned Tyrone, Barbenheimer, The Killer, Godzilla -1, El Conde, Dream Scenario, Sometimes I Think About Dying, Laced, and the French movie Vermine. And the winner is Dream Scenario. Congratulations. I really love when a poster can 100% immediately get you invested into a movie, and this was the case with Dream Scenario. I was honestly quite amazed by what they did there. And a good poster can be perceived as a marketing scheme for you to watch the movie, but for me it's art. It's kind of like representing the soul of a movie itself. It's the book cover. It's the most important thing, and it's probably even more important than the trailer at at the end of the day, because posters are everywhere and they can be shared across so many different platforms, and it takes literally a millisecond for everyone to see one. The next category is going to be a technical category, and I put all of these things together mostly because I find them quite hard to judge. You can consider it as one of my limitations. I'm talking about best sound editing and mixing and sound design as well at the end of the day. I'm not an expert into those kind of things, so I only gave you one winner, which you can probably agree that it's a movie that would not work unless it had exceptional sound design, editing and mixing, and I'm of course talking about The Zone of Interest. We have a credit for Michael Levy when it comes to the composing of the soundtrack, but I can't really tell who exactly was in charge of the entire sound department, so I decided to just put you an entire list of the credits right here so you can have a look and compliment all of these people for creating an incredibly terrifying experience. The next category is quite fun, mostly because it's the best comedy category, and sometimes I don't have enough films to talk about in this category and it doesn't even get mentioned. And of course at the Oscars it's not even a category. They do it a little bit at the Golden Globes, but they end up mixing up so many different genres that at the end of the day no one is ever satisfied. So that's why I prefer to talk about subgenres. Plus it gives us more movies to talk about. Having said that, the nominees for this year's best comedy are Are You There God? It's Me, Margaret, Asteroid City, Barbie, No Hard Feelings, Le Livre des Solutions, Theater Camp, and Bottoms. And guess what? The winner is actually the latter one, so it's Bottoms. Congratulations.
I'm gonna finally reverse stalk my stalker.
Yeah! I'll be able to kill my stepdad.
Awesome.
Okay.
It's without a doubt one of those films that is gonna be staying in the zeitgeist for quite some time, at the same level as things like Superbad or even Booksmart, but this one is for the gays. Next we're gonna be talking about the most overrated movie of 2023. I'm probably gonna be getting quite a lot of hate coming towards me because of this, and it's Oppenheimer. Congratulations, you managed to make every single person on earth think that you were an incredible movie, you were the best movie that Nolan has ever made, while it's probably the most boring movie ever.
Congratulations! 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 Congratulations!
And honestly, unless you're a guy who likes bombs, you're not gonna be really intrigued by it because there is nothing interesting about it that you couldn't Google or look up on Wikipedia at the end of the day. Honestly, visually speaking, it's not even that good. But anyways, let's jump into another subgenre and talk about the best science fiction movie of 2023. The nominees are Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3, They Cloned Tyrone, The Creator, If You Were the Last, Poor Things, and Godzilla -1. And the winner is Poor Things. Of course. Listen, I really wanted to put Poor Things into the drama category, but at the end of the day, I feel like Poor Things is kind of like in between fantasy and science fiction, so I prefer to put it here. Also, I think that it's a classic reinvention of the Frankenstein story, which is a science fiction / horror story as well. And honestly, it's such a beautiful universe, and there are so many weird things going on with the scientist experiment when it comes to these weird animal hybrids that I was sitting there being like, if this is not a science fiction movie, I don't know what that is. Now let's talk about something that is quite, well, not done when you think about it. Think about mocap performances, think about creature performances. Well, this is the Non-Human Performances of 2023. Basically, this is an award that is kind of shared in between people who do mocap performances, people who work on special effects. It's a mix of technical and abstract things, and it's something that is definitely not looked upon when it comes to most ceremonies at the end of the day. The nominees are The Bear from Cocaine Bear, Megan from the movie Megan. We've got the Timber Shot, aka the Fat Dragon from Dungeons and Dragons Honor Among Thieves. We've got the Giant Penis from Boys Afraid, and Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And the winner, of course, is Rocket from Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3.
A purpose for what? They made us for nothing.
There are the hands that made us, and then there are the hands that guide the hands.
I feel like this is a performance that is quite incredible, from the voice performance to the special effects and to everything in between that makes us believe that this weird furry creature actually exists and we should care more about it than we care about the humans. Kind of insane at the end of the day, and I think we should reward that. Let's talk about the best dramas of the year, and the nominees are Inside, 1001, The Zone of Interest, Naiad, Dream Scenario, Saltburn, Society of the Snow. And the winner is The Zone of Interest, of course.
Die herrliche Zeit in dem gastlichen Hause als Verliebten wird immer mit zu unseren schönsten Urlaubsländern gehören. Im Osten steht unser Morgen. Herzlichen Dank für eure nationalsozialistische Gastfreundschaft.
And this is mostly why I didn't want to put Poor Things into this category, because I knew that it was going to be losing to The Zone of Interest. And The Zone of Interest is one of those incredible movies that it comes once in a generation. I love Glazer as a director, and I feel like this is yet another masterpiece of his. It's a really tough watch, and I wouldn't rewatch it, of course, just because it's that kind of topic, but I definitely recommend it. It definitely kind of like broke my heart at the end of the day. The next surprising award is called I Thought This Would Be Shit, but It Was Surprisingly Good award, and it goes to the movie Wonka. A lot of people have loved Wonka, and apparently it surprised me as well. Well done, Wonka. I thought you were gonna be incredibly disgusting, but you were actually quite good and colorful. Congrats.
What is that? It's the undone.
And now we got something that doesn't get talked about quite enough. Let's appreciate young filmmakers and their first features. This category is called the Best Directorial Debut of 2023. And the nominees are Baby Ruby by Bess Wool, Rye Lane by Rain Allen Miller, Skinamarink by Kyle Edward Ball, Past Lives by Celine Song, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Mutant Mayhem by Jeff Rowe, If You Were the Last by Christian Mercado Figueroa, and Raging Grace by Paris Zarcilla. And the win goes to Jeff Rowe for his new Mutant Mayhem movie.
Enough talk! I dream about fighting every night!
You got a rage problem, right?
It's not a problem!
It's honestly quite an achievement. It looks fantastic. It's not a perfect movie, but I think it's definitely an incredible looking movie for someone who has never done it before. Congratulations, and I'm really looking forward to see what you'll be doing next. The next award is going to a production company, and it's going to A24. I love A24 and all the stuff that they produce every single year, but the movies that they make have some kind of je ne sais quoi, don't you agree? They're kind of weird. So this category is called the most A24 movie of 2023, and it's kind of like mixed with the category most fucked up movie of 2023 as well. And the winner is... Boys Afraid. Congratulations, this was not one of the best movies of the year, but definitely one of the weirdest movies of the year, and very specifically it would have never been made if it wasn't for A24, who approved every single second of it with incredible courage. Next, we're gonna be heading into my favorite category of the year, something that of course is never taken into consideration when it comes to most award ceremonies. It's the best horror movie of the year. Honestly, there was a lot of good stuff. Whether you look at franchises or whether you look at independent art house horror movies, this year was quite fun. And the nominees are Cocaine Bear, Skinamarink, Talk to Me, When Evil Lurks, Thanksgiving, So 10, and Vermin. And the winner is Talk to Me. Congratulations.
I'm here.
When it comes to choosing the best horror movie of the year, I'm always looking for a strong concept that I've never seen before, that is kind of reinventing the cliches of the genre itself. Of course, an interesting cinematography, and from a technical perspective, I feel like Talk to Me is a really interesting looking movie, and of course, some good scares, and not only jump scares. And this movie has everything. Congratulations. The next award is called the Most Capitalist Movie of 2023, and the winner, and the only nominee at the end of the day, is The Flash. And this is for a lot of different reasons. First of all, for its marketing campaign, where apparently they said that Tom Cruise had a 15-minute call with the entire production crew praising the movie The Flash, saying that it's what saved cinema. Didn't happen. But other people that we actually consider to be quite good artists praised the movie as well. And it was a big part of the marketing campaign. And I'm talking about James Gunn, Stephen King, and even if you want to look it up, Jaden Smith literally tweeted that The Flash changed his life. To each their own at the end of the day. And of course there were other incredibly horrible things about this movie. The alleged thing, for example, that the Christopher Reeve family was not really told that he was going to be present in the movie in that specific way. And also the fact that it's an incredibly expensive movie with the most disgusting CGI ever that bombed completely at the box office. This is one of those things that don't need to be celebrated but need to be remembered. And it's definitely the most capitalist thing that happened last year, because if it was me, it would not have gone out. I would have just buried it, like Warner Bros is doing right now with Coyote vs. Acme.
You want to buy some death sticks?
You don't want to sell me death sticks.
I don't want to sell you death sticks.
You want to go home and rethink your life.
I want to go home and rethink my life.
And now we're finally heading into our last category of the day and of the year as well. And this has to go with the best TV show of 2023. Let's appreciate how much time we spent on our TV sets sitting on our couches. And the nominees are The Last of Us, Beef, Dead Ringers, I Am a Virgo, Blue Eye Samurai, Scott Pilgrim Takes Off, and American Born Chinese. And the winner is Blue Eye Samurai. Congratulations.
I'm on the path of revenge. There's no place on it for love, friendship, or weakness.
And specifically congratulations to Michael Green and Amber Noizumi, who created one of the most incredible animated series that I've seen in a really long time, probably at least since Midnight Gospel or Castlevania or Samurai Jack, the latest seasons, for example. Honestly, we had so many incredible TV shows last year, and it was really hard to make a choice. And as a disclaimer, I only nominate first seasons and limited series. I never nominate second, the third, or fourth seasons, because it's completely subjective at that point whether that season could be put up against other seasons which have had less screen time. At the end of the day, it's impossible to do. Don't you agree? But that was basically it. We finally did it. We talked about every single movie that came out last year, the good ones of course, and we did talk about the bad ones as well, as I said a couple of months ago. I hope we'll be heading into a year of incredible looking movies. But anyways, if you liked this video, here at the bottom as usual, I'm gonna be putting other videos which are going across the same themes as this one. We have 2 other episodes of the Torn Apart Oscars, of course. Check them out, they're really fun. And up here, I'm gonna be putting the video or the topic that I'm gonna be exploring in 2 weeks here on Torn Apart. Don't forget to smash that like button. Every single time that you do that, you make sure to support independent filmmakers, independent production companies, art house production companies.
Can I count on you?
And all of the people working on the amazing movies that define our lives at the end of the day, especially if you love movies like I do. I'm Patrick, and this is Torn Apart.
Costumes. They are so important. Maybe the most important thing there is.